Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to remove the wraps. So, as I said, these have been on for about 2 weeks, and there's absolutely no chipping at all whatsoever. It's just grown out a little bit right here. So, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to break the seal on the side. You can use your thumb, or just use an orange stick and just kind of break it along the side. Okay, then you're going to use nail polish remover and put it on a little cotton pad, and then you're just going to kind of work your way in there. You're just going to work your way across. See how it's starting to come up? Easy, right? Then the next step you want to do is you want to take some sort of cuticle pusher, an orange stick, or the jamberry cuticle pusher, and you want to get all around those edges and up. And you just want to push that cuticle up. Some of you are like me and you might have some ridges on your nails, and this will help to smooth those out, and which is really nice because you'll see the ridges through the wraps if you don't, but this will just knock those ridges right out of there. So that way you get a smoother application. You're going to take an alcohol prep wipe, and that's because you might see some of the dust that's left over from the nail buffing, and this is just to clean off and sterilize. See, it takes that dust off of there. There, maybe now you can see it better. Okay, so now we're ready to apply. So we have our jamberry mini heater and our sheet of wraps here. And as you can see, look at all these wraps that you get in one sheet. There's 18 of them. Okay. So if we look here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1 manicure, 2 manicures. Then when we come up here, this one is for your big toes. And then you'll cut this one up here into 8 smaller pieces for your little toes. So only 2 wraps for a whole pedicure. So for one sheet, you get 2 whole manicures, 2 whole pedicures, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 extras for whatever you want to use. And you can cut them down to size for whichever, if you want to use them for pedicure accents or finger accents. So it's a pretty good deal. It's only $15 for one sheet, and you get 4 applications out of it. So it's about, and then plus extras. So it's about $3.50 per application, which is, to me, a pretty sweet deal. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this mini heater. It's pretty stinking awesome. It has a little kickstand, so that way it can set up on its own. And you just hit this little button and listen. See how quiet that is? Okay, so let's do our manicure. The first thing after we get all of our prep work done is I like to go through and cut my wraps in half because for me it's just easier that way. You don't have to do it this way. Some people can actually use the middle part because they just don't, their nails are short enough that they only go to about here, so they have this whole middle section that they can use, and that is totally fine. That gives you a whole nother application you can use for your toes or for a finger or whatever you can use it for. But I have long fingers, so I just like to cut mine up the middle in half. The next thing you want to do is you want to measure and make sure that the wraps fit correctly on your finger. So that's why we have the clear backing. So I know that this is going to fit about this. So now you do not want it to touch the sides of your skin. Now I know that my wraps are a little big for my fingers because I've got really skinny fingernails. So I like to trim up just a hair. See, I just trim up just a little bit. This is my favorite application. It's a little different than how the company tells us to do it, but I prefer this one because it just is easier to work with. So the first thing after you get it cut, you're going to peel it off. And try not to touch the backing for very long, because you don't want the adhesive to stick. So I'm going to put it straight onto my nail. I'm going to attempt to do this by looking through the camera. Oh, okay. So see the little guys on there? And you're just going to touch him on there. You're not going to really push him on there yet. You're just going to touch him so it doesn't move. Now we're going to stick him under the heater. Let me see. This is another reason why I like it this way, because I can readjust it if I need to. And get that guy on straight. Alright, so now he's on there. And you'll kind of start to see it curl. Now if you look underneath, the back is kind of silvery. That means it's going to need more heat than some of the other wraps. Okay. There he goes. Now he's curling. Okay, so then you're going to go from the base forward, and you're going to go straight up the middle. Then you're going to go up one side, and then up the other side. Alright, then I like to put him back under the heat one more time. And then pull this down and get a seal on that end. Okay, then we're going to let him cool. Okay, now that he's cool for just a minute, you're going to take your file and you're going to go straight down. And see, it just pulls it right off of there. And that guy is done. And there you have it, all of them done. How gorgeous are these? Okay guys, I just want to tell you a couple of things about some of the options that we have. So we've talked about the wraps, the beautiful Canada wraps, yay. We talked about what all comes in one sheet, how you get 2 manicures and 2 pedicures plus accent nails. But I wanted to show you some of the options that you can do. I just put on 1 wrap, but you can also double up on wraps. Our wraps can be layered on top of each other. So for example, if you like this lovely purple, this sparkly purple, and you like this diamond design, or we have chevron or lacy, different things like that, you can actually apply them one on top of the other, and then you can get a really cool design as well. So if you're looking for something a little bit more elegant or something to tone down a color, the lace wraps are awesome, and we even have some that are black lace as well. So those are pretty cool. Another thing we have is our cuticle oil. It is awesome. Here we have our lacquer. Lacquer is a high quality polish, and of course, just like our wraps, we have a 5 free. So that means no cancerous products or ingredients are inside of our wraps, no formaldehyde, things like that. Our wraps and our lacquers and all of our products are vegan and organic. So that's awesome. They're so safe for mommies to be, and also for kids. So that way, if you have little kids, because we do have our Jamberry Juniors for little ones starting about the age of 2. You know, if they put their fingers in their mouth, or you have newborns that put your fingers in their mouths, you don't have to worry about it because it's all vegan. But our lacquer is a fast drying lacquer, so it doesn't take near as long for it to dry as normal. So it just takes about 2 coats, 2 light, very thin light coats, and you're done. Easy peasy.